Hi there, folks. It's Jonathan Denwood here from WP-Tonic. And in this video, I'm going to be discussing the alternatives to Udemy. Now, Udemy is one of the most popular platforms for people to learn online. A lot of people have had a success in partnerships with Udemy to publicize and reach their target audience for their course, but it also has some elements that aren't that attractive. In this video, we're going to be covering what are those unattractive elements of Udemy and what are some of the leading alternatives in the beginning of 2025. I'll be back in a few moments, folks. I'm coming back, folks. So in this video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about Udemy and the major alternatives. What I see as the major alternatives to Udemy at the beginning of 25. Now, like I said, Udemy is a great platform. A lot of people use it to promote themselves in a particular marketplace, a particular niche, but it's definitely got some drawbacks. One of the drawbacks is the split. They from 40 to 60% they require. One of the major problems is they don't share the email list you publish on their platform to their requirements. You have no control over the price. That's another point. They discount heavily, which is great if people are looking for a course, but not so great for those that are publishing on the platform. And like I said, the other problem is they don't share their email list with the publishers, with the developers of the courses. So they are some very major drawbacks. I think that's one of the reasons why people look at alternatives. One of those that started in 2019, but recently has got some traction is a platform called School. They offer, it's a limited platform, but it has gathered some momentum in the last 18 months. They've had a new investor, Alex Mazzoni has joined. He is quite a controversial figure, in my opinion. He comes from the world of fitness and training gym owners to be more successful with their brick and mortar businesses. Charges quite a lot of money for this coaching. And like I say, I see him as quite a controversial figure. Lots of people love him. I've got to be frank with you, I don't. I've also, with his money and influence, he didn't found or develop School, but he has now become quite an equity owner of the platform and has become the kind of public face of it. They also started this online challenge, the School challenge, which is a kind of community challenge where you have a kind of boarding with a score system about how your course is doing on the School platform, and they promote those that get in the most traction. To me, it has all the elements of pyramid selling. I don't like that marketing spin they've put on it as a platform. They're also trying to develop a marketplace. So it has the elements of Udemy. So you're not having to do all the marketing yourself. It attracts, like if you were trying to build it up on your own website, supposedly by putting it on their platform, you are not having to do so much of the marketing lift yourself. I'm not too persuaded by this argument. Others would say that I've been unfair in that attitude. And I'm totally prepared to accept that it could have benefits. Um, they do take a split. My understanding is that this is negotiable. And then they have a flat rate of $99 a month if you're publishing on their platform. The actual functionality, it's not bad, but it's not extensive. Some people would argue that what they're offering isn't much more than doing it on a Facebook group. I would disagree a little bit with that. I think that's a little bit uncharitable because Facebook groups or a Discord community, they definitely have their drawbacks as well. And I think school does offer a little bit more value than that. So I think that's a bit unfair, but it's more uh, of a joint ownership, the marketing spin around it. I find it a little bit unattractive, but that's my personal opinion. Another one that's entered the market, it's more aimed at more expensive courses, upmarket level of cohort group coaching to a higher level is Maven Learning. This is started by one of the founders of Udemy, and they have started this platform. So it has some really interesting elements to it. They do charge, they want a fair old whack. It's a bit like school, it's negotiable depending on what you bring to the platform. It's got elements of Unity that, but on a higher level. Not surprising, being that it was started and invested in by one of the founders of Udemy, but it definitely has some interesting elements to it. So go and have a look at that. But like I say, it's aimed at the higher price point, and it has its own unique culture. Another one that is very popular is Skillshare. But they want 80% of the income um, of the course price. It has, I don't think they share the email list either, but it's definitely got traction as well. Now, I'm going to quickly talk about a couple that don't have this element of marketplace. So you really have to do all the heavy lifting and marketing. But like I said about some of these more marketplace platforms, I've not bought in that being the splits that you've got to give, that you're what I mean by that is like Maven. Maven, it's a good platform in my opinion with good founders. Um, but is it a well-known name? No. I think you've got to be a well-recognized expert and go on the Maven learning platform. So you could say, well, why don't you just do it yourself? Set up your own membership website. And these two alternatives, that's what they offer. Now, let's start with Mighty Networks, which is a more community-focused platform where it has inbuilt forum, it has areas very similar in functionality to Facebook groups. It has an app that has its own branding. If you want white label, it's going to cost a considerable amount of money. And it has all the elements of a SaaS-based, community-focused, membership-focused solution. Quite a mature product. Starts at around under $50. Next one up is about $100 a month. And it goes up there. If you want the app and you want it white labeled, it gets quite expensive. Another one is Kajabi, a big player, marketing automation, slightly more sophisticated than Mighty Networks. Was lacking the community features, but they bought a startup a couple of years ago, and they've migrated that startup community functionality into Kajabi. So it's now more of a competitor, and because Mighty Networks was also encroaching into Kajabi, so they're kind of trying to pinch one another's customer base. Kajabi, their program starts at around $69 with their Kickstarter. It is cut down a bit. If you want really most of the normal features that you would want from Kajabi, you've got to look at the next plan up, which is their basic, and that starts, if you're paying month to month, and these are the prices that I've been quoting, that's around $150. Not the cheapest solution. And you really, but it is a very integrated platform. In some ways more integrated than Mighty Networks, in my opinion. Others would have a different opinion, but that's mine. But like with these two I've just mentioned, Mighty Networks and Kajabi, you've got to do the marketing. They are not quasar marketplaces. You have to do the marketing, the social media, the newsletter list, and all the online promotional work you've got to do yourself. I think some of the marketplace do a bit of that, some of the heavy lifting for you, but they want their cut for it, and some of them have the taste of pyramid to me. Hopefully you found this video helpful. I've written an article that goes into this in even more detail. You'll find the link in the video description. If you found this video helpful, and hopefully you did, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell, and subscribe to the channel. That really does help me, and it really shows YouTube that I'm doing something right, and it builds the channel. I make more of these videos almost every week, covering every aspect of building a successful membership business in 2025. I'll see you soon, folks. Bye.